What does it mean to be born this way? World famous Lady Gaga, an LGBT advocate, released in 2011 a song entitled Born This Way, which popularizes the LGBT movement's battle cry for years. One of its lines go, "I'm beautiful in my way, God makes no mistakes." As Christians, we do believe in God's perfect will. We also ascribe to God the transcendental virtues of truth, goodness, and beauty. The human person, made in the image and likeness of God, therefore, share in such truth, goodness, and beauty. So, how do we make sense of such a secular clamor for being born this way in the light of our Christian faith? I am Edwin Valles, the president of Courage Philippines, the Catholic apostolate for persons with same-sex attraction and gender identity concerns. As you can imagine, having experienced same-sex attraction all my life, I also did think that I was born that way. That is, to be attracted to the same sex. As far back as I can remember, I already had attractions towards males. But then, as a devout Catholic, I also know the teachings of the Church on homosexuality. For many years in my adult life, I was not able to reconcile these two. How can the Church that I love so much and feel at home with be at the same time hurtful to me as a gay man? How can the Church love me and hate me at the same time? I was so confused. That confusion led me to depressive cycles, then resignation, then eventually in totally rejecting the Church's teachings against homosexuality altogether. While I continued to go to Mass and attend church services, I chose to live a double life of also actively pursuing the gay lifestyle. I identified myself as gay then. I believed that I was born so. Therefore, I should be able to freely pursue it and not give a damn about what some church leaders think about me. But despite this rejection of the church's teachings, a deep part of me yearned to be faithful to the teachings of the church. However, because I identified myself as a gay man, any attempt on my side to be faithful to the teachings of the church felt like a pursuit of deprivation. A gay man ought to be living and being gay just like straight people are doing so, I thought. Thankfully for me, a kindly priest reached out to me with compassion. When I disclosed to him that I was gay, he looked at me with kindness and told me, "Edwin, you are not gay. You are a son of God." I was stunned by such a statement, but it was a statement of truth, goodness, and beauty. As a son of God, I can grow in holiness. As a son of God, I can grow in virtues. As a son of God, I can be faithful to the teachings of the church on sexuality and not feel like it is a pursuit of deprivation. In fact, as I fully embrace and live such teachings, I am actually becoming more and more truly like a son of God. Based on my experience, one sense of identity played a critical role. When I used to identify myself based on my sexual attractions, I pursued such attractions. When I was introduced to a different sense of identity as a son of God, I also eventually pursued such a path. It is true what is said in philosophy. Being begets doing, identity defines destiny. Going back to being born this way, I hope we can all reflect on the truth that we are all born as God's children and what that means in our lives. All our attractions and feelings and experiences are only part of who we truly are and should never fully define us. As children of God, we are willed and loved for our own sake. So much so that God became one of us and died for us so that we will all receive adoption as God's children. We are all sons and daughters in the Son. Because of Christ, we can all bask in the truth, goodness, and beauty of the reality that we are all now children of God. Let us therefore dedicate our entire lives towards being more and more conformed to the Son of God Himself, who is both pure and holy. As we end this, we now ask the intercession of Mary, Mother most pure, and Joseph most chaste, to help us draw closer to their Son, Jesus Christ our Lord, for whom we are all born for and live for. Thank you, and God bless.